Good morning, everybody. So it feels kind of weird saying this, but this is our last morning in the motorhome. We're going to be home today. Last night was our last sleepy night in the motorhome. And then we're going to be home this afternoon. Well, dinner time-ish. What do you think?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? This was our last night and our last morning. I just wanted to make a little wake-up video. I'm going to start making some eggs with some potatoes and hot dogs in it. And yeah, this is the ending, guys. The ending. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this is our little campground for last night. It's just a parking lot with full hookups. We only hooked up the electrical tonight, though, or last night. But this is us. There's the old barracks and some RV storage.
I have two kittens. Hold on. This is the ducks.
Yeah, look at some of the chickens got out.
They went out. Yeah, those two stay out.
Oh,
I think there's 4 altogether. So,
very cool. So this is a B-17 bomber. I was just telling the kids back in World War II, we didn't have fighter jets, or not jets at all. We didn't have fighter planes that could escort these guys. So Cooper noticed so not only is it a bomber, its main mission was to drop bombs, but it had to protect itself. So it's got the turret guy up here that would sit up there and swivel around and shoot machine guns. You had this guy down here in the ball turret. So that thing was kind of like a Star Wars pod. That's where they got the idea. So there would be a guy crouched down in there with double 50 caliber machine guns. And there was a waist gunner. There was a gunner here and also on the other side opposite. And there was a tail gunner. You can't really see it. I'll go over there right now. So here's the tail gunner. He would sit in this little glass compartment. It was actually plexiglass, plastic. And then there's his double 50 caliber machine guns. He would sit from the back. And then you can see the top turret, the ball turret. And they would be looking for bad guys that are trying to, because the bad guys would be trying to shoot this thing down because this thing was going to drop bombs on their country. So, but this thing is a B-17 Flying Fortress. It was a pretty cool plane. We got our local mouser running by, keeping mice out of the planes. Good job, bud. So we are next to a B-29, which is another World War II bomber. And you can see the turret down here. Now this airplane, if you notice, the guns aren't that big, the turrets, because this airplane was pretty high tech back in the day. There's more guns on the back of it, some more guns on the belly down here, and there's guns off to the back, the tail, that little pipe sticking out. This gun had remote control gun turrets, so they didn't have to stick a dude. Like on this one over here, there would have to be a dude down there, and he's pretty dangerous down there. So this one, they had a central location where, and then there's a big bubble here the guy could stick his head out, but they can control them remotely, so they didn't have to have guys sitting in these turrets. So they were a little more streamlined, a little more aerodynamic on the B-29. This is the same type of airplane that dropped the bomb, the nuclear bomb on, or atomic I guess they called it back then, on Japan, B-29. So while we're talking about bombers, we got another bomber here with some machine guns in the front. Got the turret up top. This is a B-24, they tell me. Got the ball turret gunner on the bottom. Man, you'd see if he was coming in heavy, that ball turret almost probably hit the ground when they landed. You see how close that thing is. Got some pretty big tires too. And then they also have the side guns sticking out right there, and you can't see it from here, but there's a rear turret too. You see that little pipe sticking out of the back. Where's my finger? Right there. There was a gun turret in the back. All of these, and then this is a B-25 over here. You can see the same thing. You can see the side guns, the rear guns sticking out, Had the guns up top, and there was guns in front, I believe, too. But all these bombers, there's the B-29, we're away from it now. Had the gun turrets, and there's the front of the B-17. Sure is a beautiful plane. You see the guns up front here. So they all had machine guns to protect themselves from the enemies that were trying to shoot them down, all these bombers. Because they were big and slow, and they pretty much just flew straight. They couldn't really maneuver too much. But pretty cool, man. Pretty cool piece of history with all these guns and bombs and devastation and destruction. Stuff that we like. So all these planes had different companies that designed them. And these bombers, what's different about the back end of the tails of these planes? This plane, and then look at the B-25 over there. There's two vertical tails versus a lot of these bombers have just gigantic. So like this thing had a gigantic single tail. And this one had a pretty big single tail too. So they figured if they could make them a little bit smaller and spread them out, you put the tails side by side, you can make them smaller and have a little more control. But I like them because they remind me of the A-10 has doubles like this too. It puts the tail in kind of the prop wash and the over the wings and stuff. It gives it a little more rudder authority. But you can see these ones, see you got two small ones versus a gigantic one. So it's kind of just a different design philosophy, but it looks pretty cool having the doubles. Plus if one got shot off, you still had another one. Okay, this big behemoth, Cooper noticed something off the back of it. What did you notice, Cooper?
That there's a fuel tank thing.
Yeah, it's a fuel boom. You can see it sticking off the back there. So this giant thing was a air refueler. So this plane was converted or made into a fuel tanker about the time that jets started flying around. So you can see it had 4 propeller engines, but the problem is the jets back then couldn't slow down enough to match the speed of this plane, because they have to match speeds to refuel. So this plane had the 4 propeller engines, and it would be full throttle, screaming as fast as it could. And then the jets that they were trying to refuel would be as slow as they could before they fell out of the sky, and they just didn't match up. So then they said, all right, well, we need this thing to go a little bit faster. So they stuck jet engines on it. That's what these big things are hanging out of here. So this one, like Jameson said, is what about the engines?
That instead of 6 turning and 4 burning, it's 4 turning and 2 burning.
Yeah, like the B-36, they say it's 6 turning and 4 burning. This one, it's got 4 turning and 2 burning, talking about burning jet fuel. So they added these jet engines to speed these old dinosaurs up so that the jets of the day could match the speeds a little bit better, because this thing would be full throttle, and then the jets would have to be as low throttle as they could to match so they could refuel. So that's pretty cool. It's a big old behemoth. So we're at this big old fat hog hauler, and I was showing the kids, it's got 2 main engines or propellers, but it had these pods on the side. You got fuel pods for extra gas, and it had these pods. And what this is actually a jet engine. So normally when they weren't using it, it would have this door closed for aerodynamics, but then for whatever reason, if they needed an extra boost of speed, this door opened up and then they could turn the jet engine on. And this is a little mini jet engine, which is pretty cool. It'd be neat to have, hey, you know what? Let's go a little bit faster. You can see, well, they got it blocked off, but yeah, pretty neat to have some extra jet engines in case you needed them. So we're standing at the back of the B-52, and there's 4 machine guns back here, and then that's a little camera up top. So they didn't have a tail gunner, but they had a guy that would look out a camera, kind of like a video game, and they would aim and adjust this tail gun to shoot at whoever's coming up from behind. But you can see they got a huge fuel tanks, auxiliary fuel tanks on the wings, 2 jet engines, 2 jet engines. Yeah, this is the B-52 bomber. Big, big, big. So we're under the B-52, and on this pylon here, they have some kind of a missile. You know it's serious when it's got its own gigantic jet engine on it. I'll bet you that missile is quick. And this wing is so dang long. Look, it's got its own landing gear out there on the tip, so the wing wouldn't hit the ground. Okay, this is the B-36 Peacemaker. You can see the size of the kids compared to the size of the plane. I have this on wide angle mode. You can see there's 2 jet engines on each wing and 3 propellers on each wing. So 6 turning and 4 burning, like Jameson loves to say. And also, the motors are set up as pushers. You notice the propellers are on the back of the wings. But this was the biggest bomber that we've ever made. And you can see, you guys walk over to this bomb over here. This is the thermonuclear bomb. This is the size of the bomb that it would carry. So you can see this thing is pretty dang big. It also carried conventional bombs, which are just regular explosion bombs. You can see another big thing back there. This jet looks fast. Cooper, how fast?
1,525 miles an hour.
That's pretty quick. And what's the Mach number?
2.41.
2.41 Mach, 1,500 miles an hour. It's a fast jet. It looks fast. If it looks fast, it must be fast, right?
Yep.
Yep. So this plane we saw at another museum, and this hole right here in the nose, right there, they stripped it of its manhood. It used to have a Gatling gun in it. This is the one I liked at the other museum because it had the gun that rotates. And Jameson, how fast did you say this one went?
It went 1,390 miles an hour.
1,390. Not quite as fast as this is the one we just looked at. This, I think, is the fastest one we've seen today, huh, Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dang quick.
What about the one?
But this one is pretty cool looking, though. But it's a shame they took its gun out. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, we found a new winner. You can tell it's fast, but not only looking fast, but the smaller the wings, the faster the jet. And this thing has tiny wings. Look how small those wings are, guys. So that one was 1,525. Cooper, what's this one?
1,532 miles an hour.
Oh, so it beats it. Watch out for a second. So it beats it by, what does that make it? 7 miles an hour. Whew. Fastest one we've seen today. We'll keep you posted. I have 2 questions for you guys. One, why do you think the wings fold up like this?
To make it go faster.
No.
To maneuver it better, to make up for the back wings, like to make it better.
No.
To make it shorter, to fit in small places.
That's, oh, ding, ding, ding. Yes, so this is a Navy plane. You see Navy on the back? This airplane was on aircraft carriers. There's only so much room on an aircraft carrier, so the wingtips folded up when it was parking so they could fit more airplanes next to each other. Now, second question, why do you think, you look at this wing, it's like lifted up like this. What's up with that?
To help it take off.
Dang, ding, ding, ding. We didn't even give James or Cooper and Bailey a chance. Correct. So an aircraft carrier is small as well on the distance of the runway. So to help it take off sooner, they would increase the angle of attack, the angle that the wing met the wind. So this jet would have the wing lift like that to help it take off sooner on the aircraft carrier. Chicken dinner for Jameson. So guys, tell me why all I see are wheels, and then look at these chains here. The chains are attached to something, but I can't see it. Why can't I see it, Cooper?
Because it's the stealth fighter.
It's the stealth fighter. Look at that. See, they even say it right here. Stealth. So all you can see is the chains attached, but the rest of the jet is invisible. So we found the winner for fastest jet that's at this place. It's kind of a cheater because it's a twin engine. It's got 2 jet engines. Cooper, what are we talking about here?
It went 1,600 miles an hour.
1,600. And what plane is it, Jameson?
The F-15.
Say it again.
The F-15.
F-15.
One that our Congress.
Yeah, this is one of the 2 jets that our congressman used to fly back in the Navy. So, twin engine, so I don't know, maybe it should be in its own category. Because the other ones that we were looking at were single engine. This is one of them. That one back there. Still pretty dang quick though. Okay, so Cooper, tell me again what is special about this helicopter?
It has 2 propeller things right next to each other.
Yeah, it has 2 main rotors up here. And the question I'm asking the kids right now is, so if it has 2 main rotors, what is it missing that most normal helicopters have? Anybody? It's missing the tail rotor. Normally, so because it has 2 main rotors, it doesn't need a tail rotor. The tail rotor just kind of helps keep the helicopter straight to counteract the torque of the main propeller blades. But since this has 2, they counteract each other and cancel each other out. So, and because it doesn't have a tail rotor, they can make this one a little boxier and have a twin tail boom. So look, they can they have doors on the back. They can have cargo for wounded soldiers or whatever parts they needed to transport. If you look, it's kind of neat. It's got 4 rear vertical surfaces for extra stability, but it's kind of neat. It's something you don't see every day. It's different, but it's literally like a flying box, and they can put stuff in it. Kind of cool. So we're just geeking out over here. Dad's never seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engines on a train. I don't know how long it is. Usually they put like 2 or 3 in the front, maybe 1 or 2 in the middle and 2 or 3 in the back, but that was 6 up front. That's a lot of engines. Anyways, random geeking out over here. So we just got back from the Air Museum and we bought VHS tapes, everybody. I kept, the motorhome had a, from when it was new, it had a VHS player, VCR. So I kept it. I had a few VHS tapes, but I bought some of these. They were $1 a piece. So right now we're watching the flying machines from the Smithsonian. So we are watching some TV while we're eating lunch. All right. Okay, we're just driving through Merced. We just left Castle Air Force Base Museum. And I just saw this hotel and I said, wait a minute, this is a dad thing. Tioga. The Tioga Hotel. Random, but Dad had to stop and pull over. Okay, Jameson and I are getting propane again. We got, looks like between 1/4 and 1/2, so about 1/3 of a tank. Last time we got it at Mark's house, it was at 1/2, and it was only like 3.5 gallons, so I don't exactly trust this thing. But we're at a, oh, this gauge is falling apart. We're at a gas station truck stop that offers propane. So we're sitting here, we're waiting for the guy. Go ahead and close the button. Coincidentally, it's Jameson again helping us with the propane, and coincidentally, it was the 17th day that we got propane at Mark's, and it's again the 17th day since then. So double coincidence, Jameson, double coincidence, 17th day. What do you think? I don't know. All right. We're still at the gas station. We just got our propane. I got the kids some corn dogs while we were paying for the propane. How much propane do we get, bud?
4.5 gallons.
4.5 gallons. Not too bad. A little bit more than last time by a gallon. Last time was 3.5. So I wonder if maybe Dad used the heater more. or maybe I cooked a little more. Cooked using the, I mean, I cooked every night, but I mean, as far as using this thing. But 4.5 gallons. Not too bad. Not too bad. What do you think? Corn dogs are hot but delicious?
Yeah.
All right, a little snack to hold us over. Okay, while we're stopped here, this is our last day, our last motoring. So do you guys have any thoughts or sadnesses or feelings or what?
It was fun.
It was fun, yeah. But I mean about being the last day. You're happy to be done, to get back home, see Spazzy and Mommy, and sleep in your own bed, see your friends again. But it'll also be sad because we'll be home, no more exploring, no more adventuring.
Nope.
But, okay. And then also, let's talk about the Air Museum. So Dad's favorite was the B-36 Peacemaker. Because it's just massive, absolutely massive. And a little anecdote a docent there told us was that it's actually mostly made out of magnesium, which he said is lighter than aluminum, but still fairly strong. Where most planes are made out of aluminum. So he was saying the B-36 actually weighed less than the B-52. And speaking of the B-52, Bailey, what was your favorite plane?
The B-52.
The B-52, and that particular one was pretty cool because what did it have under its wing?
It had...
It was that missile that had the big jet engine on. Remember that big white
yeah.
thing?
It
Yeah.
had a lot of things under its wing.
It had a lot of, well, no, it had the engines and the fuel tanks, but it had that white missile with the jet engine on it.
Yes.
That was bigger than the missile. Yeah, B-52 is pretty cool. Definitely a good choice. Cooper?
Mine's the Starfighter.
The Starfighter. That's a pretty cool name. Yeah, that was the one that went, how fast did it go? Oh, he's eating, people. He's eating.
1,532
32.
miles.
Yeah, pretty quick. Definitely faster than this motorhome going 62. 63 miles an hour just cruising down the highway. We'd have definitely gotten to Mark's house a lot faster.
Yes.
Okay, bud, and yours?
What is the British plane? The Vulcan, I think.
Yeah, the Vulcan. That was that British plane. That was a big one. That was a cool like jet bomber or something. I don't know. It's neat seeing planes from different countries because we don't see them too often. So it's kind of rare for a place to have a plane from a different country. Very cool. All right. Well, you guys are just about done. Finish your thing there, and we'll get back on the highway. Mom's waiting for us. We're definitely back home. We got the brush fire areas. I should have filmed earlier. The whole mountain up the Grapevine, 5 South, was burnt. Jameson, why has Google put us on this backcountry road into the mountains? Huh?
Because it doesn't know we're in a gigantic motorhome.
Well, yes, that is true. It does not know we're in a gigantic 11.5 foot tall, 38 foot long land yacht. But, so we are going about 30 miles, 35 miles out of our way because, of course, in our last hour of driving till we get home, there was some kind of a major accident that kept getting worse and worse and worse. Our time kept getting pushed back and back and back for our arrival time for getting home. So then it said, hey, we got a little bit of a backcountry road you can take, and it saves us 45 minutes. Normally, if it was just like, 10 minutes or whatever, I'd say, it's not worth the headache of navigating and driving and turning. But for 45 minutes, probably closer to an hour by the time we had gotten to it, because it kept getting worse. It alerted us 3 times that it was getting slower and longer. But anyways, we're exploring the backcountry On the other side of this mountain is our house. Well, this mountain range, I should say. But, yes, like Jameson said, it doesn't know that we're driving a 14,000 pound, 38 foot, 11 and a half foot tall beast. So we'll see how she does. Oh God. Here's our version of July, August. Brown. At least it's not black burnt, but brown. Not green like the rest of the country, but we also don't have the humidity like the rest of the country. Brown. We are still in the mountains. We are still in the mountains. You can see there's a little creek next to us. That's why there's all these beautifully green trees. But we're slowly making our way. We're only about 25 minutes from home. But I wanted to take this time to talk about a few unsung heroes on this trip. Motorhome trip. Unsung heroes are things and people that don't get praise as much as they should. And for one, I would like to thank the cruise control system. Oh, the cruise control system on this car, motorhome, because it has made my life super easy. Being able to just turn it on and set the speed and just cruise. Obviously not in canyons like this, but so thank you, cruise control. Second unsung hero that I would like to thank during this trip, Jameson, what do you think it is?
Brakes.
Well, yes, brakes. We love our brakes. Yes. Without brakes, we would be dead very soon. But no, my chair. So I've driven across the country from my house to Mark's house and back. Sometimes driven 10, 12-hour days. And my back, I promise you people of YouTube, has not hurt once. Hasn't been sore. My butt hasn't been sore. My legs haven't fallen asleep. Nothing. I have zero complaints. It's nice having the armrest. Put your armrest down, bud. See, I got one just like that. Dude, the cushioning and the designing of this chair is amazing. And the person should be awarded the most prestigious chair design award in the history of man, because my back and butt and body has not ached at all, and that's no exaggeration of the words. So thank you, cruise control, and thank you, seat. Anything else, bud? No. Okay, we'll think of more things. Okay, Jameson and I are just thinking up here about random things, and I wanted to talk about, now we're not quite home yet, so I hope I'm not jinxing it. We're only about 10 miles from home, but I want to talk about all the things that broke during our trip, because it wasn't very much. It wasn't that many. Oh, bunny rabbit. Squirrel. So the biggest thing that broke was the outside shower nozzle and hose that we drug behind us through the night in South Dakota, and then I backed over it when I was turning around on a street, and then it ripped and ruined the faucet that I just put in. So that was that. The generator acted up the first day, which, man, that fired me up. I was pissed about that, but we got it figured out, and as I like saying, got it all dialed in. Jameson reminded me that we had a shower, or not a shower, we had a bin, an outside bin, the storage bins. The handle had broken, so Dad MacGyvered. There's a reference for you kids watching this, if you don't know who that is. We had to disassemble it at a gas station and use some impromptu tools and techniques to fix that handle so the bin would stay shut. So that was cool. The other biggest thing that broke, actually, bud, was my curtains. If you guys remember back in the old I think it was a South Dakota video. Maybe Minnesota? I don't know. The curtains in my room fell off the wall because it's just screwed into 1/8" plywood. So, I mean, 20 years old, it finally vibrated loose. So yeah, so those are our biggest things. If I think of anything else, we'll add it to the video, but that's about it. Honestly, knock on wood, we haven't had too many problems. And with the bicycles, everything was good on the bikes. Bailey's tire one day was completely flat, but we just pumped it up and it was fine. So I don't know how it leaked all the air, but it didn't have a flat at all. Everything else, knock on wood, thankfully was great. This motorhome was a real trooper. I feel so at home with these gas prices. It's like a nice warm blanket and a comfortable bed. Shit! Go ahead, bud. We're at the Shell down the street from my house. I live right over, no, not these nice houses. I live right over that mountain there with that flag on the hill. America. Oh, look who made an appearance while we're pumping gas. Oh, it's Jesus. Isn't that a beautiful little sunset? Our house is right over there. I live right next to that school, right by those green trees. My beautiful brown, fire-prone hills. We're almost home, kids. Duck down. We're ducking down because this is Mom. This is Mom's car. So we're pretending like we're not here. I told the kids to hide.
Why?
So they don't see you.
Oh, why?
Because I want to catch a genuine, unadulterated, organic reaction.
Okay, we'll go park.
Okay, YouTube. This is Shayla, the mother of the
Let's go.
children.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, it's been 5 weeks.
No.
We can wait.
No.
We can wait. All right. Okay, you gotta close your eyes though.
Children's!
Close your eyes though.
How
Close your
tall
eyes.
is Bailey now?
She's taller than Skylar.
No, she's not.
Oh, look, this is my house, everybody in YouTube. Got my cop car, sailboat, beautiful American flag. Oh, my lawn's still green, so that's good. No, I told him to stay there.
Why?
Because I said, let's make Mom torment.
I've already. They were supposed to be here Sunday. Let's go.
Okay, hold on a second. The kids' eyes are closed. Mom's eyes are closed. Okay, everyone look at each other. Oh, look at, they're all still alive.
Look at how long your hair is. Oh, Bailey's not as tall as me yet.
Well, you're on a hill. You're cheating.
Okay. Jameson grew a little bit.
He's uphill.
Oh.
Come back down on the flat
We'll
ground
go
here.
flat. Hold on, because we know I didn't grow. So.
I'm about as tall.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Mom's still taller. Yeah, the boy's hair is long, huh?
Oh my God.
What?
Look at your shoes.
Oh, yeah, we showed that to the world a little bit ago. Look at those holes.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
This was today.
He's got skin, people. Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, I told you, Mom's got new shoes for you. We ain't buying you new ones.
Yeah, we got like three pairs of shoes for you guys.
What do you think, Mom? You want me to take them back or?
No, I want to keep them.
Good. Honestly,
You get in here.
you can have them for probably 5
So
weeks.
tomorrow I don't have to drop them off.
No, what's tomorrow?
Thursday.
Oh yeah, no. You can have them.
Okay.
My Thursday night, I will give you my Thursday night. Trust me.
Oh, thank you.
Dad's not a drinker, but I'm gonna crack open a cold one tonight.
Yeah. And then Sunday, you guys get to help Dad clean everything out.
Yes, Sunday Mom works, so guess what? You'll be back,
Yeah. Yep.
and we're gonna.
Chop your hair too. Yes.
I've been telling all the girls at work you're gonna be donating your hair.
Yeah.
Yep. Her hair.
So the only thing I need to do tonight is obviously get my truck out and stuff, but I just want to get the food out of the fridge and the freezer. The rest of it we can do Sunday because I'm ready to just. Oh, look at my house.
Handle that
I'm so excited to sleep in my house.
No.
No, you just want to go straight to take over my bed? Kinky curly hair.
It's recording. I want. Okay, this is
Hold on.
Dad.
Let's turn because the sun
Okay.
is blacking
Still
you out.
recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dad stopped shaving 1 week before our trip. So this is 6 weeks of my growth. This is why I don't grow beards. Mom just said I had some culturally appropriation jerry curls in my beard.
Dad, you have white
Little,
hair.
yeah, a little gray on that
Yeah,
chin.
I got a little
Thanks,
gray on the
Coop,
chin.
for pointing that out.
Well, a little gray on the chin is better. Should we turn the camera around and show Mom's hair?
No,
Ah!
it's been a
But-
stressful year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Dad. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta film the mileage. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Oh, look at how dusty the dash is. Okay. So, mileage returning 30,487. That's the at-home mileage. Sorry for the beeping. But I had to turn the lights on so you could see it better. Look at that truck. Gotta warm her up, get her out of the spot. This is where the RV parks. 1972's finest Chevrolet right here, kids. Got the old 85 dually back there. She's covered up, she's dead. I don't want to talk about it. Took a lot of cranking. She's never sat that long. Almost had to get out the starter fluid. Look at that American muscle. Just give it a listen, YouTube. You can't feel the bass through the computer, but you can hear it. Gotta let this old girl warm up. Can you see it's okay or no?
Yep. Cooper,
Here.
coming to the light.
Okay, so Dad's finally in one of the pictures. Mom's holding it. It's nighttime now, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And the kids are gonna give me my final hug goodbye.
For today.
They'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, Jameson, I guess there he is. Holy cow, don't make Dad cry. All right, we've had a good time, we've had bad times. But we still love each other. Dad's yelled at them plenty. Yes. Because why does Dad yell at you guys?
Because we're done.
Because you're dumb. When you're not,
No,
you're not
you
dumb.
do dumb things.
When you are dumb, Dad yells at you. So it's a even trade-off. If you're not dumb, you don't get yelled at.
Oh.
That's the way. Oh, let's get this light to go back on. Come on, there it is. So, anyways, there's plenty of dumbness, therefore yelling, right?
And now Mom is here to make you all smarter.
Whoa, 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 whoa. But okay. Well, goodbye, YouTube. This is the end of our trip. I don't know if you can see me because of the backlighting, but this is the end of our trip. We're back at my humble abode. Okay. Everyone wave bye.